Hey, Alvis Tennant here, 50 years of martial and healing arts training. And as I told you last video, I've got 40 of those years in the Bando system studying with my Grandmaster, Dr. Mung Ji. I want to talk to you today about the meaning of the Bando symbol. So the meaning of the Bando symbol is, I'm going to take it from top to bottom and talk about it. You've got three colors, red, white, and blue. You've got the cross swords and the small, medium, and large circles. So I'm not going to take a lot of time because we could go, there could be books written on this symbol. But I'm going to talk to you a little bit about it on a high level. So the swords are the kukri. This is the swords of the Gurkha warriors in Nepal. And what the swords represent in the symbol is the merging of East and West sharing martial arts. So in Bando, we've also incorporated Western boxing as one of our systems. So the merging of those two systems is represented by the sword. Then you have the three circles, and then you have three triangles in the circles. The circles represent, the small circle represents the world of man. The middle circle represents the world of human association. And then the larger circle represents the world of the universe. And then the triangles are the elements interacting within each circle. So let's take it from the first circle. The first circle is a smaller circle, and the color here is red, representing courage and bravery. The triangle in that circle, on the left side of the triangle, that represents body. The right side represents mind, and then the point represents spirit. Body, mind, spirit. Now, keep this in mind. In Bando, we don't look at body, mind, spirit as separate entities. The body, mind, spirit complex is a man or a woman, a human. So what we're doing is developing that body, mind, spirit complex and calling it the world of self. So for the body, we want to have rigid discipline to train the body in the techniques of Bando, ever-increasing difficulty, ever-increasing levels, to go as far as we can with the body. Of course, there's limits to the body, but we want to go as far as we can in building our bodies and staying healthy. So diet and exercise is key in Bando, and moderation in all things. For the mind, Dr. G taught us in Bando to continue to develop the mind, to go as far as you can educationally, to go as far as you can professionally, to read and study, to practice mindfulness practices. And one very important thing Dr. G taught us and continues to teach us to this day, and we continue to practice, is what's called metacognition. Being aware of what you're thinking, why you're thinking it. Following the rules of Miyamoto Musashi, where he said, do nothing which is of no use. So a Bando man always wants to be using their time wisely, and that mindfulness practice. And then finally, the spirit. So in Bando, it's very eclectic. We don't have a particular religious practice or spiritual practice that you have to do. We only say that you want to feed your spirit. Many Bando practitioners, we have all the various religions. They get their spirit fed through that way. Islam, Christianity, Judaism, Hinduism, Buddhism, and just go on and on. However you do it, our goal is to feed that spirit and develop that spirit and continue, as Dr. G says, to grow and develop and improve. That's the world of self, and that's a practice that you continue to do every day. And then the world of self propels you into the world of human association, represented by the next circle. The color is white, and that's the medium circle. White stands for honor, purity, and nobility. These are characteristics that a Bando man wants to exhibit with all whom he encounters. In the triangle, left part is birth, then life, and then death. That's the life of a human being in that world of human association. So a Bando man is born and then he lives. So a Bando man wants to live in such a way that they exemplify honor, purity, and nobility. Live in such a way that they enhance rather than diminish all people that they interact with, no matter how briefly. They want to be a positive influence in people's lives. And finally, upon death, the way you live your life is how you're remembered at death. So a Bando man wants to die with no regrets, leaving no blemish on their record that they haven't corrected. And that's birth, life, death. That's the world of human association. Then finally, we go into the world of the universe. The color is blue, representing calmness, reason, and insight. The triangle here is earth, air, water. We feel like earth, air, and water are the elements of all life. And that the earth has a hard crust, just like man's body has a hard crust, protecting the internal organs. The gold and silver and oil in the earth, you have to dig through the crust to get it. And so we want to treasure what we have inside of us. And then the air is everywhere. You can't see it, but you know that you're using it as you breathe. And so we want to have a mind that is flexible like the air, and the water is able to fit the shape of any container without losing its own identity. So in Bando, in the world of the universe, man must honor and sometimes mimic the forces of nature, of earth, air, and water that encounter him. And so through this whole thing, we want to have discipline in the world of self, harmony in the world of human association, and equilibrium in the world of the universe. And so the Bando, as you can tell from the meaning of the symbol, it's a complete way of life, and I'm so honored to be a part of this system, and I want to thank you for letting me just share that with you. I know that I've got a lot of questions because a lot of times I'll be in a t-shirt that has Bando on it, or I'll have a symbol like this hat, and I've had a lot of you ask me in the notes what that was about. So I wanted to make sure I gave this to you, and I want to thank you so much for being a part of the community. Please like, subscribe, and share. We're on our way to 100,000.